Hey, Harry, where the heck did you run off to, boy? Your lunch break ended ages ago. You have no right to slack off. You do well to remember you're nothing but a filthy temp worker at this company. If it were up to me, you'd be working straight through your lunch break, you damn moron.
Hey, Dick. I'm out doing door-to-door sales with Greg, the sales manager today.
Huh? With Greg? Thought it was weird when I couldn't find him. Tell me he's with you.
He's away picking up the car from the mechanics right now, but I can pass on a message if you want to leave one with me.
I ain't got jack to say to you, boy. Damn it, I'm pissed. I thought I was going to be able to force you to do all my work without that loudmouth Greg around. I can't freaking believe you're out doing the rounds with him.
Ah, looks like he's back. Just pulling in now.
What? You better not tell him about what I just said. This conversation stays between me and you, boy, or are we clear?
Good morning, Dick. Hate to have to message you like this, but can I ask why there's a massive pile of documents you were supposed to take care of on my desk? I wouldn't be opposed to helping you out with a few pages here and there if you actually asked me, but this is going too far.
Oh, that? I was going to ask you yesterday, and you went straight home after your sales calls and I didn't get a chance. I couldn't be bothered to message you, so I just left them piled up on your desk.
I see. Anyway, where are you today?
Me? It's my day off today. Oh. You better make sure you take care of every last file on that desk for me, boy. I want to see the neatest, tidiest looking pile of completed documents on my desk when I get back to that office.
Sorry, but I can't do this work.
Huh?
That goes for now and from now on, too. I won't be doing your work anymore, Dick. Not even if you try forcing it on me. So you might as well save us both the trouble and not even bother trying.
What? You dare defy my orders?
Sorry, manager's calling me. Gotta go.
No, wait.
No, I really gotta go.
But the deadline on that stuff's today. Answer your goddamn phone, boy. I'm a full-time employee at this company, you damn temp piece of crap. You do not have any right to disobey me. You there, Harry. You pathetic little low-life worm. You finally slithered into the office, huh, worm boy? Anyway, stop slacking off in the lobby. I saw you stood around doing nothing near the reception desk, you know. Do not let me catch you speaking to Layla on reception, either. You have no right to even breathe the same air as that girl. You filthy, miserable, worthless temp scum. Oh yeah, and that ain't all. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused me by slacking off these last 2 weeks, you little pipsqueak? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You'll know what happens to people who mess with the big boys soon enough. You better prepare yourself for the hell that's about to rain down on you, worm boy. How'd you like that for a kick, pipsqueak? Bet it hurt, didn't it? You know what? Kinda reminded me of my old high school days, back when I used to flush nerds like you's heads down the toilet. I got a nostalgic throb in my right leg thanks to you, loser. You know what they used to call this right leg in my school days? The Nerd Buster, and based on how far you went flying, I can still bust nerds with the best of them. Yeehaw!
Why the hell did you run up from behind and kick me while I was stood waiting at the reception desk?
Huh?
I want an explanation.
Why do you always need me to spell everything out for you, pea-brain? Connect the dots, retard. Don't take a genius. Actually, fine, you know what? I'll tell you this time, since I feel bad for you. Alright, so I kicked you because Kayla from reception, my girl. I gave you an ass whooping because I saw you slacking off, stood at reception trying to get into her panties. I warned you this would happen, but you didn't listen. Don't you dare flirt with my girl again, filthy temp scum. We clear now? We heckin' better be. Now get back to your desk and get work. If I catch you slacking off again, I'll flying karate kick you next time. Pea-brained moron.
Dick, I kinda get the impression you don't know. Could it be?
Know what?
I came from our biggest client company, Sadler's Stationery.
Huh?
They offered me a full-time contract a while back. I finally decided to take them up on it and left your company 2 weeks back without updating my temp contract. But I work for them on a regular full-time contract now.
Wait, what? I didn't know about this.
Well, that's strange. I announced it in front of everyone at morning call about a month before my contract ended.
Well, I just said I didn't know.
Well, Dick, whether you know or not changes nothing. I announced it in front of everyone at morning call, got a huge round of applause, and then everyone even pitched in for a goodbye card and a bottle of whiskey on my last day. Aren't they a great bunch?
Well, I just said I didn't frickin' know.
Anyway, the bottom line is I hold a senior position at Sadler Stationery, your company's biggest, most long-term client. The reason I visited your office today was to introduce myself as the person in charge of all dealings with your company, alongside the announcement of the establishment of a new department at our HQ. The plan was to have some lengthy discussions with your superiors about the future of our business dealings together. But unfortunately, I twisted my ankle with the momentum of you kicking me across the lobby, and I'm in no condition to be discussing business anymore.
Wait, what? Seriously?
I just got treated at a local doctor's and received a diagnosis certificate. Well, I'm about to head back to your office and wait for the CEO of Sadler Stationery to come pick me up. He seems awfully concerned about me and wants to know exactly how a routine introduction ended up with me at the doctor's with a twisted ankle. Let me guess. Dick, I bet you're currently up to your old trick of hiding away on the roof where you think no one can find you right now, aren't you?
What? Your CEO is coming. No way. I'm not hiding.
Oh, that's weird. You see, your boss says he can't find you anywhere. The entire company's looking for you as we speak. Based on what my contacts tell me, it's chaos.
Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh, this is bad. Real bad.
Adam, our company's CEO would like to ask you a couple of questions. We have to get to the bottom of exactly what happened in that lobby and find out what possessed you to kick me so hard I went flying across the room. Naturally, I told him there's a 90% chance you took the key to the roof, which is supposed to be out of bounds, from the caretaker's office, and are currently hiding up there like you always do when you don't feel like working.
How the heck do you know about the roof?
Oh, I wonder.
I can hear footsteps. Someone's coming up the staircase.
Listen, Dick, the best thing you can do here is to accept your fate and do as the cops tell you. I don't need to tell you how trigger-happy they can get with people dumb enough to resist arrest, do I?
Goddamn you. I lost my goddamn job because of you, asshole. How are you gonna make up for this? I was set for a promotion any day now, but now I gotta find a new job because of you.
A promotion? Really? You, Dick, of all people. A promotion?
Greg from sales was talking about quitting. Who else would they pick to fill his shoes? I've been waiting for a promotion longer than anyone. It was sure to be my turn next. You miserable jerk. You will pay for this.
I hate to be the one to have to break this to you, but they decided on someone else before they'd even fired you.
Huh?
Also, you didn't just get fired for the whole thing with you kicking me across the lobby. There were other reasons.
What?
You slacked off all year round while palming off your work responsibilities onto me and your other unfortunate co-workers, right? Surely you didn't think the higher-ups wouldn't notice. Oh, and not to mention your borderline stalking of your crush. Apparently you followed her home every night after she rejected your offer for a beer after work. What's more, she said she keeps seeing some weirdo crouched in the bushes opposite her street, holding a pair of binoculars matching your description.
You're talking about my Kayla from reception? I don't know what gives you the right to go poking your nose into my love life, but let me tell you this. You're dead wrong. I don't know nothing about no stalking. I love Kayla, and she loves me back. I just know it. She's playing hard to get. So, you know how some girls do that? Oh, wait, what am I saying? Of course you don't. You're probably a virgin, right? You loser dweeb. Stalking my ass. I ain't never heard anything so stupid.
You do know Kayla's engaged, right?
Huh? Wait, what? Kayla's engaged?
Not only that, but she has 2 children.
You're lying. No, my girl wouldn't do this to me. Seriously? My Kayla, a housewife with 2 kids.
Yup. Oh, wait, it gets better. Wait till you hear who her husband is. Greg, the manager from sales. You know, your superior.
What?
They have the same surname, right? You never thought that was weird?
Huh? Oh my god, you're right. I never noticed.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I figure I should make this as clear as humanely possible to you, since you probably weren't listening when it got announced during morning call, just like you weren't that time with me. But the reason Greg is resigning is because he's moving to Sadler's Stationery, which means me and him are going to be working at the same company real soon.
What?
His reason for leaving is pretty much exactly the same as mine. The whole thing took a little longer for him since they had to find replacements to take over his clients. But he'll be working at Sadler's Stationery, here with me from the start of next month.
I can't believe this is happening. Sadler's Stationery is well known for paying salaries way above the industry average, treating its employees really well. This ain't fair. You pair of traitors. You have any decency in you, you'll speak to the bigwigs. Get me a job there by way of apology for your despicable behavior.
It looks like the recruitment process for the mid-career slots is over for the year now, so you'll have to wait till more job openings are available. Sorry.
That's not what I meant. I mean, get me a job by calling in a favor or two.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Well, speaking of pulling in favors, you got your job there through a good word from your uncle who works as head of human resources, right?
How'd you know that? Anyway, so what if I did?
I heard some of the responsibility of your violent outburst in the lobby got pinned on him, and he got demoted.
What?
I'm not saying it's necessarily always a bad thing for people to get jobs through personal connections, and if we're honest, that's just how the world works. But in your case, you used your uncle's influence within the company, and the fact that he protected you whenever anyone questioned your behavior as an excuse to do whatever the hell you wanted, and treat everyone like crap. This is what you get for abusing and taking advantage of his trust and good nature. You deserve everything you got.
Goddamn you.
Anyway, think about it. There's no way what you're asking for would ever happen. Surely you don't actually think Sadler's Stationery are the kind of company to employ people with proven track records of violent outbursts against its employees? I wouldn't put in a good word for you if you paid me $1 million.
Then what the hell am I supposed to do? I just got fired, moron. Do you even understand how serious my situation is right now?
I'd say I've got a pretty good idea, actually. I'm pleased you at least realize how deep in the shit you are. My advice? Start job hunting soon. Don't you think it's a little weird that of all the people in the world, I'm the one you're asking for help?
Job hunting is such a pain in the ass. Hey, Harry, what the heck is this crap? A bill for compensation? I don't understand. Hey, answer me.
You do realize I could have gone to the cops, filed charges against you, so you'd have a criminal record for the rest of your life, right? You should be counting your lucky stars. It's only compensation I want.
Huh?
Your old company managed to beg my bosses not to terminate their contract after your outburst, so fortunately for them, it's business as usual. As for me personally, excluding yourself, I got on with everyone at that company, like a house on fire, and I'm super grateful for all they did for me during my time there. So I have no intention of dragging them through the media shitstorm that would inevitably ensue if I press charges. Besides, I'm not the only one charging you for compensation, am I? I know Kayla from reception definitely is, because we went to see the lawyer together. And then there's the two guys from accounts who are currently working on putting together files containing, all your abusive messages.
What?
Taking everything into account, I thought it was only fair that you pay me compensation for the emotional distress you caused me, as well as paying for my medical treatment.
I just lost my goddamn job. I'm unemployed. How'd you expect me to pay you all this compensation when I have no income?
Like I said before, get a job. Compensation aside, how do you intend on getting by without working?
There's only one thing for it. You have to get me a job at Sadler's Stationery.
No can do.
But
no.
But the money...
Do I have to spell it out like you're a child? I don't want to breathe the same air as you, let alone work at the same company as you.
Huh?
Wipe your own ass, you abject failure of a man.
Oh my God, Harry.
All communications from here on out are to go through my lawyer. Thank you, and goodbye. Dick eventually came up with my compensation money by knocking on his parents' door, who live way out in the countryside, and begging on his knees in floods of tears. Apparently, they were forced to sell their house to get their wayward son out of the catastrophic mess he had gotten himself into. Dick, being his naive old self, mistakenly thought that meant he was out of the woods. He tried his best to convince his mum and dad to let him live with them in their new apartment, but he was flatly refused and ordered to pay back every cent of what they paid me in compensation. With that, his royally pissed off dad drove him over to a friend's company office, where he was forced to live in an old, disused staff room while working 12 hours a day. However, Dick mistook this new arrangement as being the same kind of connection hire that got him into our old company. He soon began barking orders left, right, and centre, and within a week made the grave mistake of ordering the CEO's son and up-and-coming company president to make him a coffee. With that, he was savagely dressed down in front of all 50 employees during the morning team meeting. He now spends his days on the verge of tears, being shouted at relentlessly by a boss half his age.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Oh my God, Megan, are you serious? You're having your wedding at the Centennial Hotel? That place where all the celebrities stay? There's no way, I don't believe it. Hello to you too, Katrina. Looks like Mom went and spilled the beans to you, huh? Yeah, she told me, but I don't believe it for 1 second. And why is that, dare I ask? Well, I mean, think about it. There's no way someone with a lame office job like you could afford a wedding there. It costs like $50,000 just to get in the door. What? My husband and I are both contributing to the cost of the wedding. Honestly, compared to what my husband is spending, it hardly seems fair to say I'm contributing at all. Your husband? Oh, yeah, right, sure. I bet he's paying for 1 napkin. What's your deal, Katrina? Seriously. We talked it over and we're each contributing an amount proportional to what we make at our jobs. It really is that simple. And you picked the Centennial Hotel for the venue? Not only that, but you're booking the biggest room in the entire building. They had some global business summit in that room last year. My husband wants to be able to invite as many of his associates as possible, and given the numbers involved, that was the only room that was feasible for us. Oh yeah, cool story, Megan, but I'm not buying it for 1 second. I'm not selling anything, though. What makes you think I'm lying? Do you have to ask me? For crying out loud, Megan, you know exactly why I know you're lying. I can see right through your little game. You and I both know that you're jealous that my husband makes enough money to rent a high-rise apartment downtown. You're only planning this insane wedding because you're going to try and make me pay for it. Wait, what? I don't need a single penny from you. My husband and I can pay the full cost of the wedding we planned with no problem whatsoever. Do you really think I believe that? It is really, really bizarre that you think we're so hard up for money, but rest assured, we're not. We're doing just fine for ourselves, Katrina. Okay, you're really committed to this story, but let me make one thing clear. My husband is sitting next to me, and he wants me to tell you something. We will never, ever loan you any money for the wedding or anything else, so don't bother asking. Get it? So save yourselves and us a lot of shame and just give up already. You are something else, Megan. Yeah, I know. Like, that's exactly why I'm making this so clear to you. I'm not like you. I'm not some poor loser who has to beg for their sister's rich husband for money to pay for their own wedding. I don't really care if you believe me or not. We're not going to ask you for anything, so just leave me and my husband alone. Goodbye. You know, I really have to hand it to you, Megan. You are really committed to this. You were actually willing to go up to your eyeballs in debt just to impress me with an extravagant wedding well beyond your means. Who said anything about debt? I mean, look at this place. It's gorgeous. Poor losers like you and your husband couldn't even afford to rent this place for 1 second. You definitely took out a loan for this. This conversation again, I thought I made it very clear the last time we talked about this. We are not poor. We did not take out a loan for this wedding. We paid in cash. We have enough money at our disposal to pay for this wedding without having any long-term impact on our finances. Nah, you're lying. Everything I know about you says you could never afford a wedding like this. So, what, did you put up as collateral for the loan? Your kidneys? Once again, we did not take out a loan. And just for the record, if you even think about saying anything stupid about us being poor or taking on debt for this wedding, sister or not, I'm gonna have words with you. Oh, don't worry about me, sister dearest. I won't do any such thing. Good. I'll be keeping my eyes on you, though. I won't have the opportunity to talk to any of your guests because I'm not going. What? You're just gonna divorce him in 2 months anyway, once you get tired of being married to a deadbeat loser like him. So me coming to your wedding would just be a massive waste of my time. My God in heaven, Katrina, we're not poor. You know what? I don't have time to deal with you right now. I suppose this means that I can mark both you and your husband as not attending, right? Yep. My husband doesn't want to waste his time either. Just last night he said, what's the point of even going further in debt to hide the fact that you're broke? It's so humiliating being related to someone like you. So yeah, I'll mark you both as not attending then. I'll have to call the caterer to cancel your meals. Uh-oh, 2 meals? Oh, that must be like 2 months' salary for you two. Well, while you two are enjoying the last decent food you'll ever eat, my husband and I are going to invite a bunch of his friends over to our high-rise apartment and have a real party. To think that you're too poor to experience high society like this, I almost feel bad for you. Oh, and one more thing. We'll be sending a formal written notification in the near future, but my husband has a message for you. Your husband? What does he want with me? Is he gonna send me a sternly worded letter begging me to stop making fun of him for being a complete loser? You're living in room 905, right? You're 3 months behind on rent? Huh? As per the rental agreement, if a leasee becomes 4 months or more behind on rent, the lessor has the right to unilaterally terminate the lease, which is exactly what we're planning to do. So I recommend you pay your rent as quickly as possible. Wait, what? Hey, Megan, are you there? Your husband's name, it's Terrence, right? When I looked on the lease agreement just now, it says that the owner of our building's name is Terrence. They even have the same last name. Is your husband the owner of our apartment building? Or is it just some crazy coincidence and the guy just has the same first and last name? I thought your husband worked odd jobs. There's no way he has enough money to own an entire apartment building, right? Megan, I know you're there. Answer me. You know, somehow I knew that you'd end up storming into our reception dinner. What do you expect me to do? We're about to get kicked out of our sweet apartment. Just calm down, would you? It's not like we're gonna boot you out the door today or anything. You are terrible, Megan. Really, just the worst. You waited until the last second to drop that bomb on me just to make me come to your stupid wedding. You should be grateful that I went to the trouble of getting a rental dress for you so you didn't have to wear your pajamas for the whole dinner. This is the worst. Now everyone thinks that I'm some poor loser like you are, or, well, that I thought you were. I've never been so humiliated in my life. Katrina, I think you probably didn't notice, but the CEO of the company you work for is here with his wife. What? He was here? Seriously? Yep, he and Terrence were classmates in college. He was aware that my sister worked for his company and was looking forward to meeting you. So imagine his surprise when he got here and saw that your seat was empty. Terrence was worried that it might have some negative repercussions on your career aspirations if you weren't here, so he decided he would drop the fact that you were 3 months late on rent in order to get you to come to the venue, and lo and behold, it worked like a charm. Why didn't he just tell us normally, through the mail or something? Why wait until today? How to put this? Let's just say it was a little bit of revenge for treating me and my husband like we're destitute when you and your husband are the ones 3 months behind on rent. You little... The truth is that Terrence really was dirt poor when he was young. His family went through some super hard times, but he didn't let that hold him back. He worked harder than anyone else in his class, all the way from grade school to university, and that hard work and dedication is what led to the lifestyle he has today. And all his experiences of struggling during his younger years make this wedding all the more enjoyable for him. You should have seen him. He was grinning from ear to ear the whole time with pride at what he'd accomplished. And it was also what ticked him off so much about the way you'd been talking about him since we started dating. Oh, for real, Katrina, what's your problem? What made you think he just worked odd jobs? Sure, I've never come out and explicitly stated this is what he does for a living, but still. You didn't even realize that he was the owner of your apartment building? Mind explaining that one to me? Well, I see him cleaning the entrance to the apartment building from time to time. Sweeping, mopping, that sort of thing. So, I don't know, I figured he just worked at the cleaning company that the apartment manager contracted with. And then I'd see him at the nearby convenience store in the middle of the day, too. He was always wearing super casual clothes, like sweatpants, sandals, hoodies. What was I supposed to think? He takes pride in his work, Katrina, something you obviously aren't familiar with. It's his building. He wants to make sure all the public spaces are spick and span. And as for going to the convenience store, it's not like he's attending a state dinner or anything. What's wrong with wearing casual clothes out on the town? Hey, don't tell me. The owner's room on the top floor. Is that his apartment? Is that where you're gonna live from now on? Yep. Seriously? I don't believe this. You really didn't know? How was I supposed to know? Didn't you see the return address on the wedding invitations we sent out? No one looks at the return address. I suppose we do have an exclusive elevator, so it's pretty likely that we wouldn't meet when coming and going. And since we work different hours, we'd obviously never meet on the way out the door in the morning or in the evening. But still, really? Kinda insane that you never noticed. It's not fair. It's not fair! Why do you get the sweet life? I quit my job. What? Why? Because it sucked, that's why. Ever since I found out that the CEO is friends with my brother-in-law, it felt like I was being watched all day. It felt super creepy, and I just started hating it there. Is that really why you quit? Well, that and the fact that my husband makes a ton of money. We can survive on just one income, so I thought I'd try my hand at doing the whole homemaker thing for a while. Ah, I see. I submitted my resignation yesterday, and once I use up all of my days of paid leave, I'm officially done for good. Being a housewife is going to be so much fun. I think I might call a door-to-door nail artist to give me a manicure. If you've got money to get your nails done, how's about you pay your rent? You know, the rent that you're 3 months late on? Oh, that's not my responsibility. Talk to my husband about the rent. He's the one whose name is on the lease, so I think he just made a mistake when he filled out the automatic payment thingy with the bank. I bet that'll get taken care of in no time. Yeah? Well, for your sake, I hope you're right. My husband got fired. Uh-oh. Yeah, it all happened like 6 months ago. Did you hear why he got fired? Yeah, apparently he made a mistake that cost the company a contract worth millions of dollars. And the company was apparently making a huge bet on getting that contract, so a bunch of investment went completely to waste. I guess it wasn't the kind of goof that can be punished with just a transfer or docking his pay. And that's the reason why we haven't been paying the rent for the last few months. When I checked our bank account balance, it was practically empty. All our savings are gone. Oh, so that's what happened. Well, that makes our decision on what to do next much easier. We'll begin the process of terminating your lease immediately. Oh no. You'll receive a formal notice in the mail within the next few days. Also, as per the terms of the contract, the 3 months' rent you owe will be billed to your co-signer in the event you're unable to pay. So I suggest you contact them as soon as possible to let them know. No, you can't do that. Why do you think I texted you just now? I need your help, Megan. Sorry, Katrina, but this isn't personal. It's just business. Sister or not, as the owners of the apartment building, we have no choice but to take actions that are in the financial interest of the business. Please. We can't have the word getting out to our other tenants and potential new ones that we're lenient on late rent payments, so no, you won't be getting any special treatment. Terrence personally told me that. He did? This is the worst. My high-rise apartment, it's gone. Now I'm gonna have to live somewhere poor people live, like a regular apartment. Seeing as you're both unemployed now, even that might be a bit too optimistic. But my husband is working really hard to find a new job, and he's even doing some short-term jobs here and there for some extra cash. So, your husband is broke and working odd jobs, eh? Hey, just what is that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing, Katrina. Nothing at all. You're just a... Oh, why is this happening to me? Soon afterward, Katrina went groveling to the company she had just resigned from and begged them to take her back. However, she never was an employee in good standing, so they promptly turned her down. Her husband did get some money in severance from the company that fired him, but that was all used up already, and her final paycheck from her company was garnished to pay their late rent. Terrence worked swiftly to have them evicted from the apartment. As for where the newly homeless and newly unemployed couple moved to next, it seems that they moved into the employee housing for a company they were referred to by their co-signers, her husband's parents. The day they were evicted, a black-paneled van was waiting for them out in front of the building. They were encouraged to get on by several large men that got out of the van, and the van swiftly drove off toward the outskirts of town. My understanding is this company has a very successful employee training program, so hopefully the two of them will be whipped back into shape while they slowly chip away at the debt they now owe.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.